What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Wait, What Are We Talking About podcast, episode 63. My name is Bret, aka Enigma 911, and today we're flying solo. That's all right, flying solo. We got some good topics today. I'm very excited to talk about them with you guys. But remember, guys, you can catch this podcast live over on twitch.tv/Enigma911 every first and third Saturday of the month at 8 p.m. Eastern, unless we need to pre-record or maybe we're a little late. But usually that's the time you can check it out. You can join in on the chat, join in on the conversation, and hang out with us. We'd love to have you guys bounce your opinions off of us. And like I said, join in the conversation, have some fun. If you can't catch it live, you can always catch it the following week over on youtube.com and SoundCloud. Just search Enigma 9011 and it's broken out topic by topic, or also put as one big video in MP3 the following Friday. And then last but not least, guys, remember, Merch Store is bringing you this podcast. You can get all of your swag over there, t-shirts, cups, backpacks, and more. Rep the brand, support us. It'd be greatly appreciated, and it helps out a lot. So yeah, another solo podcast. I wasn't sure. I've been very bad at inviting people ahead of time. So I invited Lil John, but he unfortunately had to work, and then Kate was ready as the backup, and then she was sick, so she wasn't feeling well. So I was trying to figure out what I wanted to talk about, and if you're watching this live, it's Monday. It's not usual podcast day. I decided to push it off just because I wasn't rock solid on what topics I wanted to do, or didn't feel strongly enough about them that I could talk about them for a while. But I feel better now, and I'm ready to discuss all those things. But yeah, another solo one. Hopefully it'll be an interesting one. And yeah, I got to be better on inviting people ahead of time and set that up. So hopefully we'll have, some more returning guests. Hopefully have some new people as well, so we can get more of a back and forth, I guess, instead of just me talking with myself for an hour or so. But we'll see. So topic one, I kind of already alluded to it a little bit, not too much, but obviously as of recording this podcast, it's Monday. Normally we do these on Saturdays, as you just heard in the rigmarole. So I wasn't necessarily feeling up to doing the podcast on Saturday. I was going to if I had a guest, but I just wasn't rock solid in what I want to talk about. And last week I kind of took an unexpected break from streaming altogether. Didn't stream any games, didn't podcast, obviously, just didn't do anything. And I haven't really talked about why. Nothing terrible happened. I'll start off with that maybe before I lead you guys on to something that is totally not. But just Monday, I just felt very out of it. I didn't feel in the streaming mood. Along with Tuesday, and I was supposed to continue playing Life is Strange. I know we're playing that right now, and not hopefully, but get closer to wrapping that up and continue the story and whatnot, because I know people are looking forward to it. But yeah, we didn't do that last week. I decided to take a break just because I felt, I don't want to say burnt out. That sounds wrong, but I just felt very out of it and stressed about a lot of things. I didn't feel in the right mindset to stream. When I want to stream, we're here to have a good time. We're supposed to chat about stuff, have fun playing the game, make fun of myself when dumb things happen or whatever. And I just wasn't feeling like I could push the feelings I was having back and just focus on streaming, if that makes sense. So yeah, last week we took off entirely, and earlier in the week, that Monday and Tuesday, I just felt, like I said, I felt very stressed. And it was Tuesday, I felt the worst I think I've ever felt before, both physically and mentally. Physically, I don't know, lazy's not the right word, but I felt hollow. I felt empty. I felt like a husk. And at points when I was overthinking things in my head, I would start getting pain a little bit in my chest. So that wasn't fun. It was mainly that empty feeling, but yeah, I didn't know what was going on. And then mentally, I was in my own head. So I had an interview Monday for a new job. Turns out that was a job agency, which, in retrospect, good thing, cool. They're looking out for me to find work and whatnot, but it wasn't what I was expecting. There was a job listed, blah, 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 all these details. Cool, this sounds great. This sounds right up my alley. So when I went in to talk with them, I was expecting maybe a follow-up, be like, okay, well, here's the position that was posted, and here's when you could start or when you can go talk to them. No, it was kind of like just a generic, like, this is what we can offer type thing. So when I got done with all that, it just felt like, hoax is a little dramatic, but kind of like, well, what was that? You had this thing here, and I was hoping for that thing, but it's not there. Excuse me. So I was a little disappointed in that, and then I was getting stressed out about the whole job thing. Again, not that, I'm in a bad position, just I do need to, but I'm not like dying or anything or in a rough position, but just trying to find that day job type thing. So I was just overthinking that and getting stressed about it. So mentally that was my struggle. So topic just in general was taking a break. And like I said, Monday and Tuesday were the bad days. Wednesday, I felt much better. And honestly, maybe it's probably just me. Like, I'm sure other people relate to this. Some people have to vent other ways. But once I kind of like talked it out, what I was feeling and stuff like that, I felt so much better. And unfortunately, Kate was going through a bad week of her own last week. But we talked on Wednesday about how she was stressed out, how I was stressed out, about different things. Like, we were good. There's nothing there that was going on. But just like venting to each other, like, it seemed to help her. I don't think it helped her as much as it helped me. But I just felt like all this weight was lifted off. Like, I felt normal, which sounds weird. But just voicing what I was feeling and what I was concerned about and whatnot, definitely helped a lot. And then I just decided the rest of the week, like, all right, let's take it easy. Like, I didn't do anything stream related. Obviously, like I said before, I didn't stream at all. I didn't edit any videos. I think I only did one thing really productive wise for the stream, and that was like making that new follow alert, which I'm excited for you guys to see on the streams. But yeah, other than that, I just kind of took time for myself. I play a lot of Apex Legends. I'm getting back into that. Played a lot of that normal internet video stuff. I think I watched Jeff Reg Gaming, twitch.tv/JeffReg. Watched him a bit more. Maximilian Dude and those guys, I watched a little bit more. It was nice. And I think it was a good thing overall. Not the stress part, clearly, but the taking a break part. I think that's definitely important to do from time to time, just to kind of not have any responsibility. And I know that sounds weird because obviously, yes, we all have responsibilities. You can't just be like, okay, bye work, unless you have vacation or time, but whatever. Like, I was still going to teach, but like, not worrying about stream, not worrying about, oh, I gotta go live, oh, I gotta put on a fake smile. Not saying I always do that, but some days are better than others, and sometimes you just gotta smile through it, and then you have a good time. But it was nice just not having that responsibility. Sounds weird, but task to do, I guess. I don't know. So I just really appreciate everybody for being patient with me with that. Like, nobody was up my butt like, oh, what's wrong, oh, da, da, da. Like, they were just all like, okay, no worries, do your thing and we'll be here when you get back type deal. So I appreciate that. And those people that did like ask if I wanted to talk about it, appreciate that too. Like, you don't have to do that. That's not your responsibility per se, but I do appreciate you guys reaching out and being like, hey, if you need anything, let us know. I I don't know where I'm going with this. Just talking. This is the Wait, What Are We Talking About podcast. But yeah, it was a good break. I'm excited to get back into the swing of things. I don't want to go like too out of the schedule, too out of the norm, because then I feel like it's going to be way super rough getting back into the swing of things. Like this podcast, I was really debating Saturday. I was like, man, I should just do it because, you know, obviously first and third Saturday, you got to do it and routine and how else are you going to grow, blah, 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 yada, yada. But obviously it's working out. I'm still going to get the videos up normal time and the SoundCloud file and MP3. So like, though, if anybody listens or watches on there, they're not going to know. Oh, wait, I just said it. It's not going to affect them. But obviously the live audience, yes. But that's just something extra. Like if people want to get involved, then they can watch it that way. But otherwise, you know, they have those other forms that they can get it regularly. So yeah, it's just a matter of figuring out, I don't know, balancing life, I guess. I think once the daytime stuff for me gets more solidified, I think that's definitely going to help mentally a lot. And it's like I said, burnout early on when I said it's not that. I'm not like despising stream or hating stream or not wanting to stream. It was just my big thing, like I said, I didn't feel I want to bring a positive energy when I come on stream. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have fun, be happy, talk about things. I didn't feel like I was going to be able to do that. So I thought it was important to take a step back, pump the brakes, and be like, okay, you know what? Let's not do this. That's not going to be good for it, for myself, for viewers, for any chance of growth, that kind of thing. So I was like, you know what? Let's stop. Let's take a break, and then we'll go from there. So, yeah, I think every once in a while, you know, it's not a bad thing to do. So if anybody notices that for themselves, hopefully you realize that too. Like, hey, all right, maybe step away from it. And then, you know, it doesn't have to be a full week or whatever. Maybe it can be more, maybe less, but just step away from it. Sometimes you get a fresh idea too. Like that follower alert, I had no idea about that until that night. And I just, boom, popped it out and got it done. But I don't know. I feel like I'm rambling now. So anyways, taking a break's good. Thanks for being patient with me and allowing me to take a break. I feel much better. Oh, boy. All right, on to topic 2. So the good thing about wait until Monday is now I have a great topic, or a topic I know I can definitely talk a lot about, and that's wrestling. So this past weekend, actually yesterday, NXT Portland, NXT Takeover Portland aired. And I just wanted to talk about that and all the matches and what I thought about it and stuff like that. So I watched this. I didn't watch it live. I had some things going on, so I was hanging out doing that, and then I caught it late last night. I think I didn't stop watching until like 5 in the morning. I was like, ooh, boy. Yeah. But it was really, really good. I enjoyed every bit of it. I think a lot of people are going to say the same thing that I've been saying. It's a really good takeover. I didn't feel like there was any misses. Not that there's, you know, been a takeover with like a big dip or this match doesn't really care or matter. But this one I felt intrigue and interest to watch in pretty much all the matches. There's one I'll mention later, but that might have just been because I was tired. Like I said, it was late. But yeah, it was a solid card throughout. Doesn't mean it was perfect by any means, but it was good. So yeah, I'm just gonna go match by match and talk about it. So yeah, opener Keith Lee and Dominic Dijakovic. God, that rolls off the tongue. These guys were great, and I mean, there's that standard for openers. It's got to set the pace and everything, and it was different. Usually they have like the smaller guys go, and it's usually like a faster pace match. Obviously these two gentlemen, like Keith is a bigger dude, and then Dominic is tall. Bigger guys, but they had that different pace to their match, but it worked. And this one surprised me because going into the match, I wasn't the most excited. I like Keith Lee a lot, but Dijakovic, I don't know. He's like hit or miss for me. I'm like, I get it. I see why he should be appealing, but it just, he's missing something for me. I don't know what it is. So yeah, going into the match, I was like, all right, I'm sure it'll be fine. But yeah, they really seemed like the crowd was into it the whole time, and they had a couple good spots that were in there. Dijakovic scares me whenever he jumps outside of the ring. I've seen him dive a couple of times, either on just NXT from a weekly basis or past takeovers. But man, when he like dives over the ropes to the outside, there's some close calls. Either he doesn't rotate enough or it doesn't seem like he's getting enough distance, and it concerns me every time. He had a close one this match where Keith caught him, but I think it was a planned spot. But pretty much what it was he jumped over, and it looked like his upper back was going to just nail the edge of the ring. But Keith caught him, and then, I don't know if it was a power bomb or some kind of slam into the ground. So it might have just been, how they were working the match, but that scared me. But yeah, both of them can fly. I mean, Dijakovic did that jump on like a springboard off the ropes onto the rolling chair on Keith outside. I thought that was really cool. And then they both did the Spanish fly off, that front flip, back flip combo. Yikes. But yeah, they both did really, really well. Physical match, like I said, slower in pace, but not the slowest thing. Like, they had their fast spots. So yeah, I would just say overall, very good start. And like I said, I was happily surprised. And makes me care a little bit more about Dijakovic. Hopefully he can find that one thing, I guess, that at least I think he's missing. I don't know if it's mic work or whatever it is, but I digress. After that was the street fight, Tegan Nox and Dakota Kai. This one was good. They went right into it. They didn't really wait at all. Good spots. Sucks the table didn't break. Probably skipping ahead there, but I think the only downside of this match, not the interference, but like the impact of who interfered. I don't know if anybody knew who Rebecca Martinez, if that's even her name. See, I don't even know. That's how much I don't know. And does anybody else know? I don't know. It didn't seem like an oh my god, so and so is here type thing. Like, it kind of just didn't have that steam. So yeah, I'm wondering where they're gonna pull next with that, because it didn't seem like Dakota knew she was gonna get help and support from Martinez. So like, does Tegan fight this girl, or Dakota and her gonna go again, or something else? Like, I don't know. So good match overall. I know I barely talked about it because I just can't think of specific spots except for that table not breaking. But it was good. It was shorter, but like I said, they went right into it, and that was a more fast-paced match. So it just go. So good. Just the finish was weird, just because, like I said, I didn't feel that interference had that kind of impact that usually people showing up do. So let's see, what was after that? Was it? I think it was Gargano and Finn Balor. Yes. These guys both did really well. I wasn't sure what route we were going to go, like who was going to win here. With Finn prevailing in the end, it makes sense. Like, usually I'm not one that picks up on these kind of things, but it makes sense why he would win. Who'd he beat up first? Beat up Riddle. Then is Dragunov and Worlds Collide. Now he's got Gargano. Where does he go from here? It seems like the title belt would be the next best, or where he would be going. But yeah, we'll see. Solid match. I always like Gargano in the ring, so that was a plus for me. Solid. I mean, they were reversing each other. They definitely knew, obviously, what the other was going to do. That weird drop kick from table to table, or drop kicking off the table from Finn onto Johnny, was questionable. But other than that, it was good. Man, I'm just doing quick recaps of all of them, I guess. Let's see. Okay, this one, this personally, I think was the low point for me. So, my dad and I were talking about this, about our thoughts about the event, and just like, it's WrestleMania season, so they start like setting some seeds for like storylines, like all these people are going to fight at WrestleMania, but it's like still 3 months away. So I feel like this is like a filler, but not a good filler. Like, they preview of rivalries or matches already, and then you still have matches in between different people, and it's like, does this even really matter? So that's how I felt about Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair. I was like, they're just like, Rhea's gonna win. I didn't feel any, not excitement, but any chance that Bianca was gonna win. And I was like, that stinks. Because, I mean, I don't love her gimmick, but I definitely know she's talented and can see that, obviously. I was just like, like, when's her break? Like, she had that good match against Shayna. Oh boy, like 6 months ago? I don't know. It was a while back when she was still face before she turned heel. Is she heel? I don't know. Maybe she's an in-betweener. But like, that was a good match, and I thought she'd get some kind of run back, but she never did. And then she turned heel, and then it was War Games, and I was like, okay, she's just, a part of this. Fine. Then we had this, and I was like, okay. And then we throw Charlotte in, who won the Rumble, and now her and Rhea are blabbing at each other, blah, 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 yada, 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 blah, 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 mania. And it's like, okay, well, you're just a stepping stone. Cool. Great. So, match was fine. They didn't get a lot of time. Got some good spots in there. But, yeah, that was personally my low point. Not because it was a bad match. I didn't care. Because, like I said, stepping stone. And, yeah, they just didn't seem like they had the time. It seemed like a shorter match. And I don't know. It's been 2 events of that with Ripley. Ripley and Toni Storm was really short. And then, yeah, this one with Belair was really short. So, I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's just, I don't know if it's other matches just going too long. Because I don't think so. Because they're the 2 matches that are coming up got a decent amount of time. I don't know. They felt longer. Maybe that's just me. Maybe viewing time, it felt longer. But yeah, there's that. Charlotte came out. Blah, 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 blah. Beat her up. Cool. Tag team match. Undisputed Era versus Riddle and Dunn. Bro. Was not expecting Broserweights to win. Once again, maybe this is me being dumb and not knowing booking, which clearly I don't work for WWE at all. Nope. But yeah, I was just shocked that Undisputed Era dropped the titles. And it seems like it's the progression of, I really hope not, but, well, I mean, it is. It's the progression of the downfall of the Undisputed Era. Now, my big thing that I don't want is I don't want Undisputed Era to break up. So I don't want them to do the typical thing where, like, we're on this downturn, everybody get angry at each other, we fight, and then we're done. Like, I don't want that. Like, I get it. They could go do their solo stuff or, like, expand on their own. But, like, this faction is good. Team's good. They got good chemistry. And everybody loves it. Like, even though they're bad guys, like, how loud the crowd gets with the music and obviously the Adam Cole's thing, like, people are into it. Just keep making money. Don't break it up. Like, that's just my fears. Like, we're going down this road that we always go down of teams. And I don't want that. But anyways, yeah. So it seems like the downfall of Undisputed Era. They had that strong finish of 2019. We got Roderick Strong losing North American to Keith. We got now tag team losing to Riddle and Dunn. When's Cole losing? I assume it's going to be the next takeover. Whoever he is fighting. Don't know. But I assume that's going to be the trend. They weren't going to always win forever. Duh. But yeah, that's just my fear. Don't break them up. This match, like I said earlier, I wasn't super invested into, but I feel like that was because I was tired. Because when Riddle and Dunn did win, I was like, oh shit! All right, like that surprised me, and I was happy. I was like, okay. I've been enjoying the promos they've been doing together. It's the, classic two different characters together that somehow meld and work, but it's the two different personalities. So I do like them being together. It's the odd pairing. Would it ever make sense normally? No, but it works. And I just hope both of them are enjoying it. I hope it's not just a random thing that they decided to write in or whatever. So I think this is Dunn's second championship, because he had UK and then he's got this one. He seemed really happy and emotional last night when winning the tag belts. So, I mean, good for him. He's won me over. I didn't like him originally when he debuted, but Dunn's been winning me over and over, and I like his matches a lot. And then Riddle's got a good energy to him. I don't personally care for the bro gimmick, but I like watching him. He's got, like I said, he's got that energy, he's got that charisma, so I can't help but stop watching, like, what am I trying to think? There's a word, not drama, energy, draw. I don't know how like much emotion he puts into it, whether aggressive or hurt or happy or whatever, like it draws you to him, and I think that's what makes me want to watch more of him, if that makes sense. So happy for them. Riddle's first title in WWE, so yeah. And then NXT Championship match, Cole and Ciampa. So yeah, I had a strong feeling Ciampa was going to win this one, but he didn't. Rip. But I mean, it wasn't like definitive. I was just like, I think they'll give him back the title. But solid match throughout, back and forth. Typical interference, Undisputed Era once things were getting shifty. I liked the ending mostly. So Gargano came out, after Undisputed Era did, smacked Ciampa with the title, turns back on him, heel turn, whatever. I wish Cole had hit Ciampa with another move instead of just laying on Ciampa, and then that was the 1, 2, 3. That is my only thing I would have changed. Before any of this happened, I did remember seeing rumors. I don't remember if it was on Twitter or Instagram or somewhere. I think Ryan Satin was saying that Killer Kross was in Portland. Killer Kross from Impact, which just signed with WWE. So I was wondering how he was going to get involved, like if it was going to be a typical, okay, match goes cleanly, and then he comes out at the end, either attacks or just shows up, or is like he going to join Undisputed Era and just be like this bigger enforcer, or what was going to go on there. So I was kind of, as the match was going, I was trying to think of like, okay, how are they going to implement that? And when Johnny came out, I was like, oh. Like, not even before he smacked with the title. Like, when he was out there, it was like, oh, okay. This is weird, kind of thing. Like, I was not expecting you to show up. So, I'm fine with how it ended. Like I said, I just wish Cole hit him with one more move. Like, even if it was the last shot, just do that running knee. Like, just it seemed bland and, like, blech. That ending of just like laying on him. I get it. We're both tired. We've been doing this for a while. Whatever. But I don't know. It just didn't feel like a strong finish, per se. So yeah, I mean, like I said, overall, even the down things I did say, or negative things, it was still like a really good takeover, and perhaps one of the best ones. I know I didn't go specifically into like, oh, this spot was awesome, or oh, this spot was awesome, but each match was solid. And like I said, I was invested in all of them. Undisputed, Riddle, done. Not really, because I was tired. I was invested in all of them and watching how it was going. Maybe not per se the results, like I said, Ripley and Belair, but I was like invested in watching. It wasn't like I'm on my phone and just kind of like half-ass watching it, or like I'm doing something different. Like my focus was 100% on this wrestling match. This is how it's going. Holy shit, that was cool. Holy shit, that was cool. Oh no, they kicked out. Like I was in the zone, and I think that's good. That speaks well to them that everything had that draw and appeal to it, whether it was for the action or the storytelling or the drama or whatever it was. I thought that was good. So overall, really, really well. Some downs, like I said, the interference, the finish of Cole, no Killer Cross. Not that I'm like even that big of a Killer Cross fan. I don't even think I've seen him wrestle, but I know he made some kind of impact in Impact. So just excited to see what they do with him. I don't know. It's the dumb draw of like, ooh, something new, something shiny, even though we got a million dudes in the back not doing much, but you know, it's a new toy type thing, new whatever, just that interesting deal. I don't know. I'm rambling, but yeah, go watch that Takeover if you haven't already. If you haven't, what the fuck is wrong with you? But we'll have to see. Oh, okay. Actually, before I move on to this one, we'll have to see. They did announce Takeover Tampa. Yeah, Tampa. The night before Mania. My big question is, like, what are you going to do? So they got NXT's women's belt, at Mania. Is the NXT men's going to be at Mania? Like, if that's the case, it's not a bad thing, but, like, I'm just curious, like, how their card is going to fill. Well, not fill. Like I said, I know they have the people, but how it's going to shape out to be if some of the NXT stuff is going to be on Mania the next night, if that makes sense. So, yeah, it's only one match. It's only the women's belt over there now, so maybe I'm just jumping ahead and they're not even going to do that. But what if the men's belt is on there too? Like, obviously, that's their two biggest titles. Or, like, are you going to do the other three the previous night? Or are you going to go 2-2? Or, like, is it just going to be a lot of no title matches? Which is fine. Like, it's not a bad thing to have just plain old matches. They do that all the time. It's just interesting that they're still doing it and, like, how it's going to work out. Yeah. I don't know. Alrighty, on to topic 3. It's tier maker time. That's right. I wanted to talk about my favorite TV shows to Netflix style binge or just have on in the background. Now, before we start ranking these, that's the important thing. This is not quality of show. It might factor into some of their scores, for sure, because that's going to be a talking point. But this ranking is based on what show I think I would just have on the most. Just to either have on to laugh, have on to space out, have on to fall asleep to, have on while I'm working on something else. Like that kind of thing. Now, there are 5 options. Seinfeld is not one. That is a place marker because I couldn't find one for the one I wanted. But anyways, 5 shows. Mainly these were on Netflix. That's why they're binge-worthy. R.I.P. Friends. Friends is the first one. That 70s Show. Parks and Rec. How I Met Your Mother is Seinfeld. That's the placeholder. And The Office. Okay. So, first off, love all these shows. They're all very good. I've watched them all the way through, paying attention to their stories and what's going on, excuse me. And then I've also rewatched or had on the background, just doing, like I said, the spacing out thing or have it on in the background, just like comfort, something's on, reliableness, whatever you want to say. So, I just wanted to rank these and have some fun with it. Now, as I was saying this, my brain is already going, this goes up, this goes down, this goes blah. I just like, shut it. I'm trying my best not to do that. Parks and Rec is Charlie's boat. Now, as I'm looking at these shows, all good, like I said, all solid. I think they all went like 9 seasons or more. How I Met Your Mother went 9. Oh, okay. How I Met Your Mother went 9. I think that 70s Show went like 8 or 9. Parks and Rec, I don't know. Same with Friends. I think Office did. But they all went for like a long time. Okay, actually, this was 7. Parks and Rec was 7 seasons, not episodes. Oh boy. So 7. That 70s Show was 8. This was 9. Office. I'm talking the American Office, not the British one. Yeah, 9. And then Friends. I think Friends was 9 as well. Friends was 10 seasons. Oofa. Okay, so they all had a lengthy run with plenty of episodes. Now, the thing about that, when you go for so long, there are definitely going to be downs in your series. And some had lower lows than others. So, each has their dips. Now, where do I want to go with this? All right, so I'm just going to talk about each of them individually, what I like about them, what I don't like about them, just overall thoughts, I guess. All right, so Friends. This one, solid show. I felt like I could connect to most of the characters. Like, I didn't hate anyone. Maybe connect is the wrong word. I didn't hate or dislike anybody. I know a lot of people don't like Ross. For some reason, I really like Ross. I really can see similarities, but then there's other times. Yeah, there's other times where I'm like, oh God, what are you doing? Like, it's that cringe, if that makes sense. But I never felt like I disliked anybody enough to just like, yeah, I don't really connect with that character. Had a lot of laughs with that show. I think one of the favorite episodes I can think of, it's the one where Monica and Rachel battle Joey and Chandler for the apartment, and they do that like card game with Ross. I think that's my favorite episode. I think that's Miss Chandler Bing or Bong or something with the magazines. That episode's great. So I really enjoyed that one. Obviously, there's that Thanksgiving where Monica puts the turkey on her head. That one's funny. I remember that creeping me out as a kid when I first saw that, but that one's funny. Solid ending. I mentioned the lows. There was a couple episodes towards the end as well too, but they wrapped it up nicely. That was a good finish. One thing I will say about it that I also didn't like, just a lot of like the Ross and Rachel thing was always like they went back and forth a lot. Like, I get it, drama, stuff like that, but man, sometimes enough's got to be enough. So I don't know. That's my overall thought on Friends. The Office. Office is always a good one to go to for laughs. I think I like the earlier seasons the most, just because it's so quick-witted humor, I guess, in a way, in some points. But also in the early seasons, there's a hell of a lot of cringe. Oh boy. Michael just, whoa, some of the things that the character says, it's just like, no, it just makes you so uncomfortable. But The Office also has a really good story. It took me the longest time to realize that they were filming a show, like a reality or a documentary. It took me the longest time to figure that out. And maybe it was just because I popped in at some point, like watched it on TV and just missed that explanation. But that took me the longest time to understand and realize. But seeing that progress, like when I watched it for the first time, story-wise, like characters leaving, or like when Michael leaves, that's a big one when he like leaves, flies out to go live with, oh crap, I'm forgetting her name, Holly. And he like takes off the equipment at the airport. Like, that was sad when he left. The ending is really emotional. Just all of them getting back together for Dwight's wedding. And just seeing like the paths everybody takes. I did talk about lows. It depends. Like, it's hit or miss. The Will Ferrell season or 2, The one where Ed Helms is in charge, Originally, I didn't really care for when Idris Elba was in charge and Michael Scott was doing his own separate paper company. I didn't like, I don't know, Idris Elba I didn't really like, but I get it. He's supposed to be the bad guy. I didn't really like him being in charge, but that one I've kind of grown more akin to just because you root for Jim so much. And speaking of, like, I mentioned story is really great. The characters are really great. Like, obviously the Jim and Pam story, you root for them. There's a couple times where it's like, oh no, this isn't good, but that's really good. And then even the side characters you care for. I mean, Dwight's up and down of like, do you like him? Do you not like him? Angela I never really super connected with. There's a couple, like 1 or 2 moments you're like, okay, yeah. Oscar was good. Kevin was great. Stanley was funny. Phyllis was good. There was a couple moments Phyllis was really mean, and I was like, this is not your character. Kelly I didn't care about. She could write her away. Same with Ryan. Ryan had like a couple funny moments, but other than that, I was like, oh god, this guy's annoying. Get him out of here. But overall, definitely good. Like I said, a lot of laughs in that one. This is stand-in. Remember, it's not Seinfeld. How I Met Your Mother. Now, How I Met Your Mother, I'm gonna be honest, I love that show. I know some people don't like that show. The ending, I totally agree. I didn't like. When I first watched the ending, I hated it. Now I'm okay with it. I get it. I wish it was something different, but I get it. That show overall, I love. There's no... trying to think of a down. I don't think there's like a down part for me in that show. Everything kind of worked. Yeah, I really like the girl that Ted ends up marrying being the mom. The only okay, I just said no down. It's the ending. Like I said, I'm okay with it. I still don't like it. I'm okay with it. But getting back with Robin in the end, I'm like, all right, you guys did have some chemistry, but like, you guys know it's not gonna work. But whatever. All right, just go do your thing, I guess. Whatever. So I don't know. That holds a good spot in my heart, and I like that one a lot. A lot of funny moments in the earlier seasons that just pop up a lot. Yeah. That 70s show. This was one I didn't think I would like, but when I actually sat down and watched it, I did enjoy quite a bit. The down parts of 70s show, probably that whole last season. They brought in, what was it, Randy? They brought in some guy because, let's see, Michael left, aka, why am I blanking on your name, Ashton Kutcher? He left to go do something else, and then fucking Foreman left, and I assume it was the time period for Spider-Man 3, so he left to go do that. So yeah, they were both gone, and they had to add in a new character. Let's see. Yeah, Randy. Okay, so yeah, they ended this guy Randy, and Randy was just like obviously thrown in, and I was like, this doesn't. What? This doesn't make sense. I don't know. It just didn't work for me. And the ending, the last episode was nice. It was a good wrap up, but it didn't have like the punch and impact that I feel like the ending should be, if that makes sense. But other than that, a lot of funny moments. Obviously the dad is great, or the parents are great, both of them. Red and Kitty are funny. Just dealing with the kids. Hyde I liked a lot more than I thought I would. I never understood him and Jackie was a weird one. That one took me a while for that relationship to make sense. The ending where Jackie and Fez end together, that I didn't get at all. That was weird. Fez was always hilarious, just the things he would say, or maybe wouldn't get a quip or not a quip, like an American saying. So he's like, what does that mean? And just take it way different. But he always would speak his mind, and usually it would be something funny. Yeah, Rando Randy. Yeah, he just was there. It was like, how do you fit? Like, I don't know. Whatever. But that show, yeah, they all, it was them growing up too. Like, there was a good spot they could have ended where they like graduated high school and they're all going to college and stuff, or at least moving on to their adult lives, quote unquote. But then they kept going, and it was fine. Like, you saw their challenges of like, how am I supposed to run this record store for Hyde, and how am I supposed to become a cop if you're Kelso, and Jackie trying to be on TV. So it was interesting seeing those challenges come into play as well. And then Parks and Rec. Parks and Rec, low spot, first season, no doubt, where they were still finding their identity and what comedy they were or what they were going for. But as the show progressed, obviously it got way, way better. And the different dynamic between Leslie Knope and Ron Swanson, obviously they're just total polar opposites in like attitude. Obviously Leslie's very perky and happy and just go get her, and like Ron is realistic and like work ethic, but not like super out there or whatever. Like, but seeing them get along and like yin and yang, perfect fit of, you know, coworkers was always an interesting dynamic to watch. And then you get the other characters, which each have their own quirks in there. You got Chris Pratt's character, which is just freeload and have a good time dude, and Aubrey, his character's wife, I don't know, Aubrey is the actress's name, whoever she played, just evil in a good way, like just sadistic, free thinking person. And then you had crap, I'm forgetting all these characters. Yeah, Jen, Leslie's friend. Oh boy, this is really showing my strength of this show. Leslie's friend. Then you had the other guy who was in Tommy Boy, that brother. Well, not brother. Crap, I gotta look it up. Hold on, I'm sorry. Dun 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 dun. But just all there. How they like meshed together. Like, they all had their own personalities and quirks, but they were so unique from one another. Like, every character had their own. They were all interesting because they had their different levels of quirkiness, I guess. Anne was the friend. She was like the most grounded besides Ron. Ron, I said that weird. No. Trying to think. Ben Wyatt's character, or the character, was a little weird. I didn't always connect with him. Why am I trying, or why can't I find this character? No. Aziz Ansari being in that, he was a funny one. No. Rob Lowe. Wow. Okay, that's the one as Chris. Yeah, he was. Whoopsie. He was like hyper. What was it? Extremely health conscious government official. It says right here. Yeah, he was always hyper into the things he was in. But yeah, that show had a very solid ending too. Like I said, I think the only down part was just early on, because they were trying to figure out what they wanted from the show, or how how to deliver the comedy, I guess, they were doing. And the first season, at least in my opinion, was rough. From there, like second season on, they got that kind of the ball rolling and picked it up from there. So I got to figure out, you probably have your own guesses or predictions in your mind of my explanations of where these are going to rank. But now I got to figure out where I would rank these. Now remember, these are not in quality of show. In a way. Will those take factor into things? Yes. How good the story is. How good of a comedy it is. Like, how much entertainment value, I should say. Not a comedy, but entertainment value it has. How memorable the characters are. Like, those are all going to take some sort of effect in here. Or, I don't know, stake? Whatever. But it's not like this show is better than this show quality-wise. It's more like this is the show to have on in the background, and I don't feel would let you down. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Let's just rank these 5 shows. Oh, God. Okay. So, top shows to have on. Rewatchable, replayable, have on, good time, regardless. Okay, I think Office goes up. Office definitely going up. For me personally, How I Met Your Mother's going up. No, it's not Seinfeld. Get over it. Oh boy. Oh boy, this is where it starts getting interesting. Friends going up. Okay. All right. We're down to 2. Who's taking this bottom spot? 70 Show or Parks and Rec? Ooh, boy. Now, I'm scared because I feel like a factor is going to play into this decision. I feel like I've watched that 70... Well, I just finished that 70 Show again recently in a watch through, or at least having it on in the background. So it's fresh in my mind. But I can't remember. I think I might have watched it more than Parks and Rec too. And that's the factor I'm scared about. Is that the only reason Parks and Rec is going to be on the bottom? Is because I haven't watched it as many times as I watched 70 Show. Does that speak to it that I didn't pick it that many times as I have the other? I think it does. All right, Parks and Rec, bottom for me. Like I said, it's a great show. It's a very solid ending, very emotional ending. I do remember watching that all the way through and tearing up, but then again, I'm a big old baby. Solid show. I think it's just, like I said, it's because I haven't watched it as many times. I don't feel like it's one I'm going to pick just to zone and always enjoy necessarily. Like, there's some serious story in there too, not super serious, but you know what I mean, driven, I guess. So the filler is not as blank, like it's not just one-offs per se. I don't know. Anyways, so Parks and Rec is at the bottom. All right, moving on up. Okay, I mean, should be simple from there, right? Boom, boom, pow. All right, that's 70 Show. You're next. Solid. Just finished it again, like I mentioned. I think the thing that keeps this down here is there's funny moments in the show. There's some strong characters, but there's also some characters I'm just like, not against, but they're not like my favorite. Some people are good, some people are bad. High to connect with. Foreman's like hit or miss. Some of them really good. Some of them just no. Same with Donna. Kelso's good comedy relief along with Fez, which works. I don't care for Jackie, but I think that's also her character. She's supposed to be this annoying person. And then yeah, there's just that down point with Randy. It's like, why are we even having this season? Like, why? So yeah, I think 70 Show's there. Oh boy. Okay. Office, How I Met Your Mother, and Friends. Oh, okay. Man, oh man. Okay, what am I joking myself? There we go. Office goes up. How I Met Your Mother goes up. Friends is third. Oh, okay. A lot of good story elements in Friends. I think the reason it goes down or is a lower spot than the other two. How I Met Your Mother, I feel, has a stronger story that I personally care about. The Office has more funny moments and like reliable episodes. Friends, there's not like there's funny episodes and funny moments and everything, but it's not like I feel there's more episodes in The Office. I'm like, oh, this is a good one. Oh, this is a good one. Excuse me. So that's why he's getting third. Oh boy. Now it's the final countdown. What goes first? Do I go with reliability and funniness, or do I go with heartfelt story overall? God damn it. Like I said, a lot of good moments in Office, a lot of good episodes. It also has a heartfelt story. Damn it. Not that How I Met Your Mother doesn't have funny moments, because they do. A lot of good moments in there. Okay. Oh boy. Oh man. You think How I Met Your Mother goes first there, Charlie? Over The Office? Could be. There's a lot of happy moments in that. Even when things aren't at its end, there's a lot of good story moments. There's obviously Marshall and Lily getting married. The Ted meeting that girl at the wedding. Oh, crap. What was her name? Blanking on it. I can picture her face. But there's that. There's the time Robin and him finally get together after the longest time, even though some of it's sketchy because Ted's being Ted. Barney's great. Barney, oh my God, I forgot about that. Barney in the final season, learning to be a dad and actually caring is an amazing moment. You have the ending where you meet the mom and then you get crushed because she's sick and gonna die. That was the thing about the last season too of How I Met Your Mother. It's all like a flashback in a way, or at least like time jumping left and right. Any of Barney's shenanigans. You had the book of plays and oh man. But then in The Office, you got, like I said, you got the Jim and Pam dynamic. Their wedding, like going to get married before they got married because of like just doing it for them. You have Jim and Dwight's fucking rivalry against each other and pranking each other. I just watched it the other night, but the basketball episode I always thought was hilarious because Michael's yelling at himself because he thinks he's good at basketball, but he's actually shit. The end of it where Michael comes back and is like, he says that's what she said joke right off the bat, and like just seeing how emotional all the characters were in that. Oh, God damn it. Both shows are amazing. Both shows I love a lot. But I think... Oh, man. I think I got to put How I Met Your Mother at top. I got it. Okay. Charlie called it, but I got to do that. It might be biased because it's my favorite show of all time. Maybe it's that, but like, you get the funny moments, you get the story, you get the emotions at the end of the story. Even though the ending, like I said, is a little up there for debate on whether you like it or not. The part where he actually meets the mom and how awesome she is and how much they connect together just feels like, fuck yeah, we did it. Like, this was a journey and it was earned and it feels good. And then you got the supporting cast of Marshall and Lily having kids and you're happy for them. Robin doing her thing with her career, Barney being Barney and having a good time and laughing at all the stupid shit he gets into, and like I said, the growth of his character being a dad. The Office has that too, but I just don't feel like I get emotional at the end of The Office too. Like I said, just it's a nice send-off for everybody. Yeah, there's some stupid send-offs. Ryan and Kelly go bleh, whatever. But like that's a nice ending. Ellie gets the kid finally. Obviously Michael and Holly are together. Dwight's grown up, and Jim and Pam have their thing, and they're going to move and do the sports company, and they got kids, and both very good shows. But yeah, I think How I Met Your Mother takes the cake here. So official binge, have on, whatever you want to call this category topic. Parks and Rec is at the bottom. Then it's That 70s Show. Then it's Friends. Then it's The Office. Then it's How I Met Your Mother. So if you have the opportunity to watch this, or just if you want to watch it all the way through and pay attention, or just you need something on in the background to have a good time, here's your rankings. Here's your shows from your boy. Enjoy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right, everybody, this has been another episode of the Wait, What Are We Talking About podcast, episode 63. My name is Bret, a.k.a. Enigma9011, and today I was joined by yours truly, your boy, Solo Cast. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope the conversations were fun. Hope the topics were interesting. Remember, guys, if you want to catch this podcast live, usually you can catch it live over on twitch.tv/Enigma9011 every first and third Saturday of the month at 8 p.m. Eastern. You can join the chat like Charlie did today, New York to SoCal. You can join in on the chat, join on the conversation. We'd love to have some more opinions and discussion going on about what we're chatting about. If you can't catch it live, that's a-okay. You can catch it over on youtube.com and SoundCloud. Just search Enigma9011 and it'll be broken out topic by topic or put as one big video or MP3 the following Friday. Remember, guys, if you ever have a topic for us that you would like us to discuss, put it down in the comment section down below and we'll try our best to get to it. And last but not least, remember, guys, we're brought to you by the merch store. You can get all of your swag over there, t-shirts, cups, backpacks, and more. Help us out, support the brand. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys for watching another solo cast. Thank you guys for being patient and letting me do this a little bit later than Saturday. Yeah, if there's also anybody you guys want on this podcast to kind of chat and guest it up, let me know. I'd love to have them. And like I said, I want to get people returning back onto the podcast. I want to get some new faces on here. So I just got to send out those invites and we'll see who we can snatch up. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a good one and take care.